So the lady here, I think, asked me question, and I suggest her to ask question to Rinpoche. Then goes round and round and round. So sorry for that. So as I mentioned yesterday, there's text called Rig. Rig, it's called actually like Rig is sometimes the way they translate is like lineage or it's called composed by Lama Jezumpa. Lama Jezumpa, one who wrote all the philosophical texts that we studied in the Saraswati Monastery. Lama Jezumpa is called text called Rig. If you read that text, there's Lama Jezumpa quoted all the Uttara Tantra and like then ornament of Mahayana discourse called Dodijin. Dodijin. Undojin, that's the clear ornament of clear realizations. It has 8 chapters. So then another called Dodijin, so also talks about like Rig. So in the Rig, there's like 4 different views how you define Buddha natures based on Vibhasika school, if you are familiar. So like the lady who asked the question sounds like very knowledgeable about Buddha Dharma. There's good things. Are you there? Oh, okay, yeah. So looks like you read the text very good.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to say the only reason why I know anything is due to the kindness of my teacher, Yangtze Rinpoche.
Oh, wonderful, yeah. We studied Yangtze Rinpoche and we are in the same class many years. So wonderful Lama, wonderful Rinpoche. So now back to the Buddha nature. So make sure that the question doesn't go round. So from the Vibhasika point of view, how they define Buddha nature, so like Pakpe Rik, Arya lineage or something like that, Arya lineage, that's how they define. Basically, it's like some kind of merit being like has a few desire for sunyam Pakpe. Sunyam means food. Desire, because few desire for food. Okay, no, if you something to eat, so they are contained. Sunyam means few clothes, few food, and also few blanket, not like very floppy or like not like that. No, called Pakpe Rikshi. Then like enjoying meditations, enjoying challenges with the negative thoughts, So this is called like 4 quality of in like Arya beings. So they consider that's like Buddha nature, okay? Oh yeah. So then like Saustantika point of view, they call the Samesim Gisabin. Samesim is uncontaminated mind. The seed or tendency of uncontaminated mind, for them that's like Buddha nature. Okay? So now the mind-only school, Chitra Matra or mind-only school. No? Chit means mind, Chitra Matra. Matra means only, Chitra Matra. There's a mind-only school. So, the seed of uncontaminated mind defined by Buddha nature by Saustantika school, Saustantika system of school. No? So now Same Simgi Sabin. So then mine only school, they have like three characteristics. It has to be like no beginning. It's coming from like many since from beginning this time it's coming. Then it the second one pretty much same, the tendency or the seed of uncontaminated mind, but it has to be on the six mental factors, not like eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, six mental factors. Okay, the mind only school, six consciousness. So now the Madhyamika school. There's Madhyamika school, then there's like emptiness of mind, called Rajineri. Then the mind itself called Jinjuguri, means like mind is like base, and the emptiness of the mind, that's called Rajineri. That's the Buddha nature. So then temporarily, like covered by delusions. Like sky, the nature of the sky is free from cloud. If the cloud is inseparable with the sky, then you don't see clear sky. Similarly, if the mind is one with the delusions, then there will be no hope. So just want to clarify that. So then please ask Yangsi Rinpoche. He will give much better answer. Yeah. Now back to the refuge, the three rare sublime one, object of the refuge. Okay, what is the refuge? So I just forgot yesterday, forgot to mention cause, the cause of refuge. Two main cause, very important. Jikchop. According to the Guru Puja Lamrim part, Nyesun Dunga Babe magic, so the fear to be born in lower realms, have this Nyesun Dunga Babe magic, Nini Kunjosum la Chabdoshin. So because the fear that you have, you have that like not knowing what's going to happen after this life ends, unless you are 100% sure what's going to happen. If you like me carrying the medicines on the back, not eating medicines, so then probably there's no guarantee, So deep down from your heart, you take refuge, Buddha Dharma Sangha, knowing that whether our refuge become like experiential or not is very much based on the cause, fear, then also conviction, faith that three rare sublime one has ability to liberate us, protect us from the problem or complication or issues of samsara. Okay. So that's the Guru Puja Lamrim part. So then according to another Lamrim that composed by Lama Tsongkhapa, is called Song of Experience. So, Song of Lamrim Nyam Guru. After death, I don't have confidence that I'm not going to be born in lower realm. I have not confidence, Even though I had many opportunities, like being here, receiving teaching from Rinpoche. Do you really believe? Do you 100% believe that you are not going to be born in lower realm? Or you are not sure? If you 100% believe, more likely you are not going to be born in lower realms. See, because the blessing is always there, but our mind, is not really see things very clearly, So, I don't have confidence. I'm not confident that I'm not going to be born in lower realms. So therefore, I am fearful. Fearful. I do have fears. No, maybe I'll be born in lower realms. No? That's the one cause. Jigba. Job means then having a conviction faith into three rare sublime one. So then, then something that I would like to talk a little bit later, okay? So jigba dan choba jigjob niyo. Jigba means fear, some kind of fear. So as fear. There's the positive fear. There's the positive fear motivates you to liberate yourself. Okay, it's not just negative fear. Positive fear. They become the. What is the main cause of of refuge? Not the Tibetan refugee. No, there's not Tibetan. Not not the main cause of Tibetan refugee. No, there we lost our country. No. So main cause of the refuge here, refuge to taking refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, fear and conviction faith into three rare sublime one. Okay, kunjosum. Shine yendo meje ding mejing so so Rinpoche has been teaching us all this, like almost now 10 days, teaching us. Teaching us, guiding us from the step by step, guiding us step. If you listen very carefully, every message saying something very, very important. No, should not think, Rinpoche always talk about Guru devotions. Of course, Guru devotion is the root of the path. That's why. It's the root of the path. It's the root of the path. If you study foundation of the good qualities, the Lamrim Nyamgur, Song of Experience, Lamrim Chimpo, all Lama Tsongpa said, repeatedly said many times, not just Lama Tsongpa, but then Lama Adisha, all of them. Very, very important. That's why, always emphasize, make sure that you understand, that we understand the importance. So I'll come back to that later, okay? So, what do you think? The fear is something good or no good? Huh? It is necessary. Not saying something like to celebrate. Not saying there's something to celebrate. Celebrate? Celebrate, no? Yeah, nobody celebrates fears. Then why we celebrate fear? Buddhism, so we don't have to. But it's necessary. It's very necessary. Otherwise, refuge become word, mere word. Doesn't feel anything, just a word, blah, 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 like the same time thinking, why he's being so annoying? Why is not like tuning off his telephone? Why is coughing so much? Why you don't drink some hot tea or something like that? Doesn't mean, doesn't mean much, and you don't feel anything. And it's not liberating. It's not liberating. So, one of the Kadampa masters said, so like try to reach like this highly level practice like Gya Samaja Tantra, Yamentaga Tantra, Chara Hirga Chakra Sambhava, at the same time not having any feeling when you say refuge prayer. So then, time of the death, those highly level practices become nothing. So many things goes wrong. First, there's no foundations not built. Or then, on top of that, then trying to visualize something here and there, don't have like shamatha, come abiding. I'm not discouraging you, but I'm just saying that, I'm not discouraging, I'm just saying what has been said. I'm just saying what has been said. So many things could go wrong, Refuge, what could go wrong? It's quite easy to understand. But experiential understanding of refuge, that take effort, Experiential, Yinjurgi nyowa means it kind of like, when you think about something, every word that Rinpoche say, when Rinpoche say precious human life means something. When we say, not much different than ice cream, saying ice cream. Not we, I, not we, Oh, tangerine. Oh, so very familiar with that word, had heard probably 100,000 times. That's why they repeat again, but that's how they develop realizations, precious human life. Everybody's been saying that, like, how many times we does this, how many times? Really trying to help us to understand that life that we have is so precious. Don't think that's a piece of garbage, This is so precious. This is like boat. You can cross the ocean of samsara if you sail. If you don't sail, sit around, then that boat may be slip through your hand doing nothing. So, how much confidence that you have, you're going to get another one? Yeah, for me, 0. So, anyway, okay, so then the 3 rare sublime 1 are the object of our refuge. So therefore, make sure that refuge, taking refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha has become something like experiential, something that you feel, something you feel like that's very liberating. It's not just chore or like, oh, that's what you do as a Buddhist, you say refuge Buddhist prayer, not just traditions, That's like the beginning of the teaching, the Rinpoche led us to refuge Buddhist prayer to set up motivations, not just traditions, to think, think something big, bigger than yourself, to sitting here for welfare of all sentient beings, not just, yourself. Tishicha, Shinding and Domiji, Dimiji, Tiji, Kunjosum, Tishi Chamdoshin to Tempata, Chamdoshin to Tempata, very strong and firm refuge, not just, shaky. When the weather is nice, refuge is gone. When the weather is bad, the refuge come back. Not like that, Day and night, day all like, Labja Nyamba Mebarche. Labja means advice, Labja Nyamba Mebarche. Practice the advice. There's 2 types of advice. One is like something to abandon, taking refuge in the Buddha. So then, according to the instructions, they're not supposed to take refuge in any other worldly beings. Worldly beings? Okay. Then first I will explain the advice that needs to be Gabe Labja, like needs to avoid. Then advice that needs to be practiced, put into practice, Dube Labja. So then taking refuge in Dharma, so then voluntarily, deliberately making commitments, from now on I will not harm any living beings, So for sake of one's own happiness and sake of all mother sentient beings, or welfare of all the mother sentient beings, or if it is mine or refuge, okay? Then taking refuge in the Sangha, so then like, not to engage with the people who does not share probably, doesn't mean they, had war with them, fight with them. It doesn't mean like that, But people who doesn't share the same view, So say, let's say, for example, taking refuge in Sangha, what needs to be avoided? Needs to avoid the people who does not share the same belief or same faith, or maybe, it will become distraction for your faith. First of all, my faith is kind of shaky. Then, on top of that, if somebody contribute, maybe it'll just root out. So, like I'll tell you one story. So, the one of the member from center, he's visiting, I'm not going to say his name, but he's not, I don't think he's here, but I think it's okay, you know, so I always say the meantime. So he go to visit his mom, and she lives by herself. So I think maybe deep down, he's such a wonderful person, he's very nice. So deep down, probably he felt, he didn't say it, but I think through conversation, I can hear through our conversation. Deep down, he felt like that he has to share what he learned in Buddhism. He has to share with his mother. But each time when he go to visit his mother, he never get any opportunity at all. Even though he tried to create some opportunities, no, the opportunity is going to be something else. One day, you know, he went to see her in the kitchen, and through the window, then there's a very beautiful bird. Then he told, Mama, look at the bird. And she said, who created that bird? Who created that bird? Who created the bird? So good, now the conversation falls into religion. You know? So, like, you know, like, yeah, if your practice is so powerful, so strong, you don't care at all. You don't care, you know. You don't care. It's just word. You don't care, you know. But it's kind of bothers, you know. So like that, then that means taking refuge in the Sangha, so not to, you know, like hang out. That's how you say in America, hang out. I'm not sure how you hang out. Hang out, so yeah, this is how they say hang out. So, yeah, so. Then, you know, it's going to be like obstacle for your own, you know, belief, okay? So then Buddha is like physicians, Dharma medicines, Sangha like nurse, see? So the medicines that, you know, needs to be taken, not like me to just carry and walk around, you know, not take. So then Shantideva said, Luji dida chebarchas, sixam jube chishipe, menjo labata nebata penjuras. We have to practice, you know. Just mumbling word is not going to lead anywhere. For example, reading of prescriptions. A doctor gives you prescriptions, but you read prescription all the time, you don't take medications, but that's not going to help, you know. Or take one in the morning, don't take. Take one in the morning, take one in the afternoon, take one in the evening. You just say it, but you don't take. That's like that's something they was like reading of prescriptions, you know, not taking medicines. So now, Shinning and Romeji, Dimeji, T, Job Kunjusum doing it, Tishichamdoshim, the Temba, the T, Labjan Yamba Meparchas, practice the advice well. Labjan Yamba Meparchas, Tilajan Yamba Teyans. That is also dependent. Teya, Kana Lende, Lesamne, Langdo Sushi to Laran Lesos. Kana Lende, Lesamne, Kana white, black, Kana Lende, causality, karma. Lesamne, thinking very carefully about karma. Teya, Kana Lesamne, Langdo Sushi to Laran Lesos. Then practice. Practice thinking very carefully, thinking about causalities. Then practice whatever practice, meditation, you know, recitations, maybe what kind of meditation, chicken meditations, squirrel meditations, chicken meditations, squirrel meditations. Then, so see, Gomche means hermit, called Gomche. That's joke, it's not really true, but Gomche Pa means like hermit cow. Gomje Wa means hermit fox. Gomje Pa, what Gomje Pa means, what hermit cow means, you are in the cave, but not really meeting Gomje Pa. Gomje Wa, you are in the cave, but your mind is like foxes. Going around, that's called Gomje Wa. Anyway, they are canal lesson, the Langdo Suji to the Raleigh. Jizula me nyamle tedaje tadu chojang tiji chatelos. Say Lama Tsongpa say, I myself, I practitioner myself, I did that. If you are seeking liberation, free from samsara, then do the same thing. If you're seeking freedom from samsara, then do the same thing. Lama Tsongkhapa request, do the same thing. So now that's pretty much about refuge. I think it's finished now, refuge. I think that's all I can say, but doesn't mean there's nothing more to say. There's probably plenty more to say. But that's all I will say. Te kanal ne lesam ne langdo sujin no la jezun la men yam le te da jo thade chu jang ti jang cha lo means requesting Lama Tsongkhapa. If you're seeking liberations from samsara, then do the same thing, then you will be liberated. Okay. Did I left anything about refuge? I think that's pretty much it. Did I left anything about refuge? I think that's. So now, like, okay, fear of lower realm, just only fear of lower realms. Then taking refuge in Buddha Dhamma Sangha, that's become Hinayana refuge. Hinayana refuge, okay? Jibuchungu, small scope refuge. No? Then not only fear about lower realm, but fear about samsara, whole, from hell realm to all the way up to the tip of the samsara. That's like the formless realm, the last part of the formless realm called sitse. Pick up the samsara, pick up the samsara, all the way in from nanme, unending hell realm, all the way up to the pick up the samsara called sitse. Then thinking, then the fear of like complications. Suffering really means like complication. It's not really pain. It doesn't mean pain. It means complication. Everything comes with the complication. Everything, clothes, food, relationship, like house, everything comes with the complications. That's the nature of samsara. Complications. So then the fear of that, then taking refuge in Buddha Dhamma Sangha, that becomes the refuge of middle scope refuge. So then, thinking about the well-being of all living beings, then taking refuge in Buddha Dhamma Sangha, that becomes Mahayana refuge. So Mahayana refuge described in the text in like ornament of Mahayana discourse composed by Maitreya Buddha, Dodiji. So there mainly talks about Mahayana refuge. So then Uttara Tantra, Ju Lama, that talks about general refuge, Okay. So then I think that's finished now. The refuge is finished. So we have time, still have some time? How much time we have? Half hour. So I would just want to say a little bit about Guru devotion. Beginning of the Lamrim section in Guru Puja, Shingchok Tamba. Shing is field, the things grow. Plant, flower grow, tomato grows, all kind of things grows. That's called field, that's called Shing. Chok, supreme field. We are not talking about tomato field. We are not talking about tomato field. When it says supreme field, that's not tomato field. That's not Shing Chok. Like marriage field. That's like marriage field is the supreme field. The main figure in the marriage field, there's Lama. So, they don't say, Rinpoche just talk about Guru devotion, but it's originated. All the teachings that Rinpoche is giving to us to benefit our mind is originated in somewhere. It's not just Rinpoche just made it up last night. It's originated. It's originated. When Rinpoche says, my mind is kind of foggy, don't remember, that's not true. If Rinpoche's mind is foggy, our mind is where? Maybe deep under the mud. Even can't see, like that. So, It's very important. I felt like, I feel like I need to share. It's very important. Why do we keep talking about Guru devotions? Because there's a root of the path. It's a root of the path. Rinpoche is leading us to the path. Rinpoche is leading us to the path. And Rinpoche is like educating us, educating us what's important, what is the most important thing to know, Shincho Tamba excellence, Jizun Lama, the Lama. Didn't say Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, it said Lama, Shincho Tamba, Lama. Who composed that text? Not Rinpoche. Who composed that? Penchen Lobsa Chuji Janse. Before that, many years before that, the Guru Puja is not in the written. It's already transmitted. Small group of people. So because of the kindness of Penchen Lobsa Chuji Janse, now we see in the piece of paper, Guru Puja. Shinjo Tamba Jizun Lamala. Shinjo Tamba Jizun Lamala. Chujing, Kube, Sowata Petit. Make offerings, respect, request, Dele Tsawa. Root of all the happiness, root of all the happiness. Gombo Chu Niji, only you, you are the root of all the happiness. Accept me, guide me happily. Accept me happily, delightfully. That's the beginning of the Lamrim section in the Guru Puja. See, so that's the essence of the Guru Yoga practice. Or you can say like Gandela you can recite Gandela Jama, you can recite, there's many different kinds of Guru Yoga practice. You can recite word. But actually doing the practice, so that's like see, like, didn't we talk about all the, the llamas, dogs, and the neighbors, like the cats and dogs, all of that. It's originated in some way. It's not just we just made it up. It's originated. It's opening our eye to see. If you really want to liberate yourself, you need to see the root of the path. Who is the root of the path? That's why guiding us, opening our eyes. Don't ever think that Rinpoche have nothing other things to teach. Don't ever think that. Don't ever think like that, okay? Because our mind is not ready. So root of the path, that's very important to know. Shinjo tamba jinzon lama la chuju kubyo sowa tabi dele tsawa gumbo chunji je shin jesu zumba shinjo lo. Accept, guide me delightfully, so then that's according to the Guru Puja, Lamrim station, the Guru Puja. So now go back to the foundation of all the good qualities. So, Yunde Kunji Shijur, Tinjenje, so Yunde Kunji, all the qualities, not just one, all the qualities. Yunde Kunji Shijur, the basis of all the qualities, So, Tinjenje, kind Lama, Sushin Temba Lamji Tsawarus. The practicing, like, practicing the Guru devotion properly, according to Lamrim, according to Lama Tsongkhapa's Lamrim, it's been explained very intensively. Explanation is given there. Yunde Kunji Shiju Tinjinji, Sushin Temba Lamji Tsawarus. Practicing Guru devotion properly, that's the root of the path. Root of the path. It's not root of the path, it's not education. You think, maybe I need to learn this and that, you become bank of information. The knowledge is not the root of the path. Root of the path is Lama, Guru devotion. That's the root of the path. Who said that? Lama Tsongkhapa. Who said before Lama Tsongkhapa, Lama Atisha? Before Lama, who said that? Shakyamuni Buddha. Goes all the way up there. Yunde Kunji Shiju Tinjinji, Sushin Tempa, proper practice of Guru devotion. Proper? No purple. Proper. Proper practice of Guru devotion. Sushi Tempa, Lamjisawa, that is the root of the path. If there's path there, you will actualize that path, because the root is all there. Something will grow. If there's no root, just thinking, I already dig the ground, maybe I'm hoping that tomato will grow. Did you put seed there? No, I put like chili seed. I put the pepper seed. I'm hoping to grow tomato. That's unrealistic thinking. How the tomato is going to grow? There's no seed. Purple. No. I'm getting old. My English is getting old. It's not getting better. But whatever that is, so please, you know. So that devotion practice is the root. It's the root. Suji Tempa Lamjitaur Leba Tone. Inde kunji Suji Tempa Lamjitaur Leba Tone. Inde kunji Suji Tempa Lamjitaur Leba Tone Beba Tone Kubajim Leba Tone Beba Tone Kubajim. To see that clearly, understand that clearly, then put effort. Suji Tempa Lamjitaur Leba Tone Beba Tone Kubajim Tempa Chinjula. Beba Tone with all kinds of effort. Then practice that well. Why? That's the root of the path. If you want to liberate yourself, then you need a path. You need a path to liberate. You need a path to liberate. That path, you need root. If there's no root, that path will not grow. See, importance. Now you see the importance. Sushi Tempa Lamjit Sawaru Leba Tune Beba Tuma Kubajim Beba Tuma Beba means no effort. All kinds of Beba Tuma means not just 1, 2, 3, all kinds of ways. Yeah, taking care of Lama's dog, taking out and hanging out with the Lama's dog. See, it's not that difficult. Hanging out with Lama's dog, that's not that difficult. Going to Lama's house, cleaning the stoop, that's not that difficult, You may think, I'm going to sit down, probably visualize myself as a Vajrasattva, then do it. Good. You may end up creating more merit cleaning the house than sitting like that. Why? That's a Guru devotion. That's a Guru devotion. So, Lebaton is to see that, to understand that very, very clearly, to understand or see that very clearly. See that, because that's the root of the path. Lebaton and Bebatumai Kubachimit and Bachinjulos. So then, after that, seeing that clearly, understanding that clearly, then after that, out of respect, then you do good devotions practice. See, that's according to the foundation of the good qualities. Then I will quote one more text, then I'll stop, okay? So maybe for time for lunch. So now the Lamrim Nyamgur, a song of experience, written by Lama Tsongkhapa. Tenne dishi leso chinyebe, tenne dishi leso chinyebe, tende lebar dibe, tsawani lamdo shinye tamba beba, samda juwe suji tamba tunsu, kachidu Lama Tsongkhapa, who's saying that? Lama Tsongkhapa. Lama Tsongkhapa saying so. Dine dishi lekso chinibe, dichi. Di means this life, chi means next life, lekso, all the goodness of this life, next life. Dine dishi lekso chinibe, tende lekba dibe, tsawani lamde shinye tamba. Tende lekba dibe, tsawani. Tendel means, how to say, like, say, Milarepa, offer Lama Marba, big brass empty bowl. But the bowl is empty. That's like unauspicious sign. Inauspicious. Huh? Inauspicious. Unauspicious. Inauspicious, yeah. This offering bowl is good to Lama, but that bowl there's nothing inside. There's inauspicious sign. So because of that inauspicious sign, Milarepa faced a lot of difficulties while he's meditating, roaming around the mountain to mountain. He's having difficulty to find food. That's what went wrong there. If he fills the bowl with offered that to Marba, he may not face this difficulty, a lot of difficulty. That's called, you say 10 days, that's called 10 days. The 10 day nyamba, there's like inauspicious, inauspicious things that happen, So here, 10 day means, auspicious sign, okay? 10 day laboratory, that's one. Then, 10 dichi lexo chinibe, then digital chinibes. 10 day laboratory, that's one. Lamdation, 10 day laboratory, that's one. All the auspicious, all the goodness, this life, next life, all the auspicious, this life, next life. Someone is root of that is 10 day laboratory, that's one. Lamdation tambas, rely on Guru. Then the 10 day laboratory, that's one. Lamdation tamba, beba is with effort, practicing Guru devotions and heavily relying on Guru's advice, guidance. See, then practicing that, mentally, then through action and through mind, been explained very clearly in the Lamdim teaching. So, some to see that, to understand that importance of Guru devotions, goodness of this life, goodness of next life, auspicious in this life, auspicious in next life, seeing that very clearly, having this clear knowledge or clear understanding of that, even though it costs one's own life, you practice that. Even it costs one's own life. It may not happen here, but Tibet, so they like ask people to criticize His Holiness Dalai Lama and put into prison. In that kind of case, you will not criticize. If somebody point a gun on your head, ask to criticize your Lama, you choose not to criticize, even though it costs your life. Kashin means like Guru advice, exactly like Guru advice, following the Guru's advice, exactly Guru's advice. So follows the Guru's advice. Doing all the practice the Guru asks you to do, all the practice, that's also part of the offerings, service. Then all the things, the Guru asks you to do, then do that exactly the way the Guru guided. Okay? Kashin dube chobe nyebache. Choba means offering nyebache. Jizun lame nyamle tadajo I, practitioner myself, Lama Tsongkhapa, did that. If you are seeking freedom from samsara, do the same thing, you will be liberated. So with that, then I will stop my Mickey Mouse. Yeah, so just want to share that with you, okay? Just want to share it with you. So it's like opening our eyes to see most important things that, as I know, practitioner, what we need to understand is root of the path. If there's no root, don't ever think that something will grow, because there's no root. What will grow? Nothing will grow. If there's a root, you can hope something will grow. That's why, okay? Yeah, thank you very much. Then enjoy your lunch. Maybe, probably time is over now. Yeah. Only 5 minutes left, 5 minutes. Please ask questions based on 5 minutes. 5 minute questions. Including answer.
So, Geshe,
Yes.
so what's the difference between emptiness and impermanence?
Emptiness, impermanent. Okay,
And
easiest way to say is like emptiness is permanent and impermanence is impermanent.
Yeah.
Emptiness is permanent and impermanent is impermanence. Yeah, that's
Emptiness
easy.
and impermanence.
Huh?
Two questions. What's the difference between grasping and self-cherishing?
Grasping, that's the root of the samsara, self-grasping. It's like iron cage. Danzo chajetayo pususu. Iron cage, self-grasping mind. Iron cage, self-grasping is like. Self-cherishing, that's like chronic disease, not calling Jesus. It's chronic disease. So before a long time, I don't know how to pronounce chronic disease. I probably keep saying calling Jesus. Self-cherishing mind is like chronic disease.
Thank you.
Yeah. La ma san ye la ma jun de je la ma ge de kon ye je mo la Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.